for his steadfast support of the arts and cultural outreach to build community, for his devotion to improving healthcare, for his leadership and for inspiring collaboration among future leaders, for his service to the people of his community, his province, and his nation. We proudly honor Joseph Drago.
By virtue of the authority vested in me, I confer upon you, Joseph Drago, the degree of Doctor of Science, together with all the rights, privileges, responsibilities, and honors appertaining thereto. Congratulations.
President Collins, Chairman Delaney, Board of Trustees, staff, platform members, honored guests, graduates, award winners, ladies and gentlemen. I'm truly honored to be here tonight to be recognized by my alma mater. But I have to tell you, as I walked into the arena and saw this crowd, I thought, boy, it would be wonderful to score a goal here tonight. I was a hockey player here, but we never did have a crowd this size when you consider what's on the floor. I'm sure with this pro Clarkson group here today, we could have had the roof rise at least 2 more feet here in the Shield. So thank you very much for coming out. I sat on a university trustees board for 9 years, and I've had an opportunity to attend many of these doctoral presentations. And all the time that I did attend them, a powerful and meaningful message was relayed to the graduates. Well, tonight, I'm not going to be powerful, but I'd like to be meaningful on what happened in my life and how I got to Clarkson University. And I ask you to bear with me because it means the world to me and my family, what has happened to me from the time I was a boy. As a young man in Ontario, we had 5 years of high school, and I was in my grade 13, as it was called in those days, and really concerned. I was playing hockey and going to school, but my future was really quite gloomy. My parents didn't have the money to send me to university, and I was looking towards a career working in the nickel mines in our city, probably for many years till I was able to go to university. Lo and behold, I didn't know what was happening behind the scenes. My hockey coach and a lady that was on the school board, and her son was teaching here at Potsdam High School because he had graduated from Clarkson. Both of these people were writing letters to American universities asking them to consider me for a hockey scholarship and an opportunity to receive an education. I did receive 2 offers, and one was from Clarkson. The Clarkson coach at the time, coming into a new job by the name of Len Siglarski, visited my home with another gentleman from Clarkson named Mr. Gutman. And they made a presentation to my mother and father and myself in our home and really wanted me to come to Clarkson. They knew my hockey record, they knew my academic record, they thought that I had some leadership qualities, and they felt that I could be an asset not only to the university, but to the hockey program. As we were having dinner, the coach asked me if I knew any other boys in our area who could play hockey and who were good students. And lo and behold, 2 of my teammates were outstanding students and outstanding hockey players. One was destined for Yale and one was destined for Harvard. And Len asked me if he thought it would be worthwhile having a chat with these 2 fellas. So my mother invited their families over to our home for dinner the next night, and the Clarkson snow job took place. Both these guys, within a week, had made up their mind that they'd like to come with me to Clarkson and not go to Yale and Harvard. And I have to tell you, one of them graduated first in the engineering class. He was the president of the Ice Carnival and just an outstanding contributor here for his whole career. I wrote the SATs and sat at home waiting, hoping that I would be successful, and I was prepared to come to this school. Lenny was a brand new coach coming into Clarkson. I would be his first recruit, and I thought that was pretty exciting as well. Lenny continued to this day to talk about my mother's dinners and about my mother's talent at pastry making. In those days, we didn't have such things as hockey agents, so to this day, I credit my mother's cooking with getting me a career at Clarkson. I've stayed in contact with Len Siglarski from the time I graduated in 1963. On every Boxing Day for those years, I call Len Siglarski and his wife in Walpole, Mass., and we have a lengthy conversation. Soupy Campbell, my teammate, who is so gracious in getting me here today, and I will be calling Len right after this ceremony, and we hope to have some lies being told back and forth with the boys. I exchange letters with Lenny very often, and I look forward to being with him the next occasion we can get to Walpole. He also arranged for me to work hockey schools in Connecticut, and I had the opportunity to work with Len and Jerry York, a former coach here, and to reminisce and be together with my family. Coming to school, as I said, I didn't have a lot of money, probably none at all, and it was important that I have some spending money, so Mr. Gutman arranged for me to have 2 jobs. I was in charge of discipline in the cafeteria. That was a big job. And I was also a janitor in one of the residences. And on my inauguration meeting with the head of the janitorial services, his name was Roy Kennedy, he brought me into his office, and he didn't have me sit down. He just pointed to my face and said, "I just want to tell you one thing. That's a toilet brush, not a hockey stick." Every time I came back to Clarkson in the years to follow, I made it a point to visit Roy and the other custodians. They had a big influence on my life. There was a gentleman named Dr. George Davis. He's still here. Dr. Davis was a math professor. He was also the scorekeeper in the penalty box. And I had some trouble with mathematics for a couple of years. And he took me to his home, tutored me privately. I had many beautiful meals from his wife in his home, and he even visited my family in Sudbury, Ontario on several occasions. I lost my wife on December the 14th of this year. She was seriously ill and died of cancer. But in the short time that she came to Clarkson with me to visit, and especially on my 50th anniversary, she fell in love with the people and with it means to be a Clarkson graduate. My wife graduated from a Canadian university and has never experienced the camaraderie and the love that she saw here each and every time we visited. The treatment of the alumni in this university is second to none. I can't tell you what it means to me when you receive a phone call from the president of the university. And this morning I called my defense partner who's ill and in a walker, and he said, "You know, Tony Collins is a remarkable man. He calls me at home, sent me a beautiful note, and that really is why we're so committed and loyal to this university." Tony Collins does a wonderful job, and Karen Collins is certainly his right hand and someone that is also so good to all of us as alumni. I keep the university that I was a board member on. I told the president several times, "You should travel down to Clarkson and learn how to handle alumni." And I've asked, I think I should ask Tony to package what we do here with alumni. It probably would be a fantastic fundraiser if we gave it to other universities and learning what to do with alumnus. I'm very delighted that my family's here today. It's their first visit to Clarkson. My parents had only been to Clarkson when I graduated. And the story of the 3 of us, the 3 guys that came here, we all went down to the Army-Navy surplus store in our city, bought a used trunk. Our parents packed them, took us down to the railroad station, put us on a train, and we trained to Cornwall, Ontario, where Len Siglarski was waiting in his station wagon to drive us for the first time to Clarkson. It was really something, 3 nervous guys from a small town coming here, not knowing where we're going, and without our families. It was an experience that I will cherish forever. Again, I want to thank my teammate, Bob Campbell. We stay in touch. That bond between the hockey players is unreal. We love each other, and we're thrilled whenever we can get together. I love Clarkson. I love the hockey program here, and I love everything about what this school has done for me. It has given me an opportunity to have an education and to have a lot of respect in my community and to be someone that I would never have been if I didn't get an opportunity to come here as a student. I feel very loyal and devoted to this institution and will do everything in my power to bring more students here and to flog our reputation right across Canada. A good number of athletes have come here from my city and have been staunch performers both in the classroom and on the ice. And we're all so proud to say we came from Clarkson. I'd like to close with a quote from Mark Twain. And to the graduates, I say this to you. 20 years from now, you'll be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than by the things you did. Throw away the bowlines. Sail away from the safe harbor. Catch the trade winds in your sails. Explore, dream, and discover. Go Knights, go. Thank you.